everybody, we are out here in Grand Lake, Colorado again. We rented this two-person snowmobile from On the Trail, and we're up here just kind of exploring, having an adventure.
It's pretty cool. We actually came here like, I don't know, 6 years ago or so. On just like a day off from a snow ski trip with the A&M water ski team. I don't remember much of it. I had a concussion during our last time out, so there's very little I remember of our last snowmobiling trip. So this is really cool. It's pretty nice out. We've got like one gigantic cloud that's just hanging out over the sun, but it's like really clear and blue out, so we can see a long ways. So we're gonna try to get some video, try to get some picture, some of the cool scenery that's up here. But yeah, this is a great area. But anyway, yeah, let's go ride around a little bit. Hey everybody, so we just got finished snowmobiling up here in Grand Lake, and it was pretty awesome. Had a pretty good time. This is kind of exciting because we actually had some stuff go wrong. So this is the first trip report we get to do the good, the bad, the ugly on.
What not to do.
A few what not to do's. So yeah, so the actually let's start with the uglies first, and we'll end on a high note. So the ugly.
The ugly. We got stuck. We didn't just get stuck, we got really freaking stuck. As in, it took 4 additional guys, including Nate, so 5 guys total, to get our snowmobile out of the snow. We had gotten off into just a little bit of powder. It wasn't really even, we didn't think it was really all that deep. But the snowmobile that we were on is not made to handle that. We did not know that. No one told us that, unfortunately. So we tried to get ourselves out, and we didn't do anything other than get us even more stuck.
So whenever we got stuck, Stephanie checked her phone. We thought we were supposed to have cell signal out there. We were told we did, so Stephanie checked the cell signal. She had a bar or two whenever we got stuck.
Actually, I had 4G. I had a bar or two of 4G.
4G. We were both getting Facebook messages coming in, so we're like, okay, so we're gonna dig for a little while, and then if not, then we can make a phone call to the place we rented the snowmobiles from. They're gonna come and give us a hand. And so we dug and dug and dug. We kind of realized about 2 o'clock came around, and we realized that we were probably not going to be able to get unstuck by ourselves. We ended up not having signal. Stephanie couldn't dial out at all. My phone could dial out emergency calls only. So it was kind of to the point.
And that's what we did. We called 911. That was the only thing that our phones would dial out was to 911. So we did call. We got them. We told them exactly where we were and exactly what was going on. We told them it's not an emergency yet, but in case it becomes an emergency, we want you guys to know where we are and what we're doing.
We climbed up a little bit out of the hole we were in, and made it up onto the trail. And there were 4 guys that we ended up paying beer money to help us out. They didn't want to take it, but that's what.
So those were the uglies. Into the bads, I think the biggest bad that I had was the snowmobile. I wish somebody would have told us when we rented it that that snowmobile was not really, it wasn't performance at all. It was really not good for much of anything. It was real squirrely, real hard to handle. It didn't turn well. Even on the trail, it didn't turn well. And so you know, we would have paid more to get 2 single sport vehicles if we had just known. So we didn't, because personally, I don't really care if I am driving or riding, and so I was like, sure, I'll just ride. No big deal. I wish somebody would have told us.
So on the trail, if you know, we're going to share this with you. If you happen to see this video, work on upselling, because we would have gone for a little sportier bike if even if we had to pay a little bit more. You see 2 sporty individuals come in, sporty-ish looking individuals come in. Try to upsell them a little bit. Know that the bike we were on, is it called a bike? I don't know. The machine that we were on, you know, it was huge. It was gigantic, really heavy, 2-seater kind of deal. I mean, it would have been great if we were going for a long distance with like a tent and do some overnight camping, which would be really fun. That's what that would be for. It had a turning radius of backpack.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically the motorhome. Okay, so on to the goods.
My favorite.
Okay, so I would say the first good we had, weather was awesome. Weather was beautiful. It was like 30, 35, very little wind, few clouds in the sky.
The trail that we were on was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't have asked for better, unless we had seen a moose. That would have been better. We didn't see a moose. We
Nope.
didn't see any wildlife. But we were on a very large, very loud vehicle.
Yep, another good. On the trail, treated us very, very well. They were very prompt in their service. They were very friendly, very helpful whenever they're going over, you know, how to use the snowmobile and everything like that. And when we ended up bringing in the snowmobile at the end of the day, we were about an hour and a half late getting in, and they didn't charge us for that. They also didn't charge us for potentially sending a guy out to help us. So not getting charged extra. Good for you.
They were great, absolutely. So the last good, and probably the best one, the highlight of our day, was actually meeting those 4 guys that helped us get the snowmobile unstuck. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but you know, Nate and I are all about meeting new people, especially out on the trail and everything. And so it was a really great experience. They were super helpful, so very nice.
They were from Iceland. They were in Colorado and they were from Iceland.
They were from Iceland. Even cooler, they were in Colorado snowmobiling, and they actually own an ATV company in Iceland. So shout out to 4x4 Adventures of Iceland, because you guys totally rock. And we will be coming to visit you in Iceland.
We made promises and we don't break promises. We'll be in Iceland. So that pretty much sums up our day. We actually had a pretty good day. Okay, we're gonna rank it 1 to 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Every day is a 10. I don't know what your problem
I'm
is.
sorry.
Okay.
I had a panic attack in the middle of it, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
So we.
I did get a little bit panicked in the middle of it when I did realize that I actually did not have cell signal. I did get a little bit panicked, so that's why I'm decreasing my ranking quite a bit, because I don't like panic attacks.
Okay, so it's still a 10. It's still under snow skiing. It's still under snowshoeing for me. It's still a 10. So that's a pretty much summary of our day, and we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, so here's to adventures.